when is the right time to sell and get out?
Mm-hmm.
And when is the time to really put pedal to the metal and step up?
Selling your business, getting some money, and then running away from all your problems, like might sound really, really good. But if it sounds too good to be true, then...
Welcome to the Salon Owners Collective Podcast. Hey, Joel.
Hey, Riss, how are you?
So what are we going to talk about today?
Today, we're going to talk about when to sell and when to step up.
Great. I think this is a good topic for right now because I feel like there's a lot of discontentment in the industry at the moment, and we've been speaking a little bit about the haves and the have-nots and how the gap is growing. And the last 5 years, things have changed. I feel like every single year, and people are really feeling it. And the longer we get through this period, the more people are white knuckling and starting to get to the end of their tether.
Yeah.
And we spoke a wee while ago about more and more salons are closing, and we're seeing the haves, those that are growing, thriving, building amazing businesses, profitable, multi-million-dollar salon. People are opening multi-site businesses, but then there's a bunch of people who are closing, wrapping it up, and just walking away from their lease and from their business. And so the gap, it's wide. It's getting wide.
Yep, absolutely.
And we reckon that there's a little bit of a reason why that's happening and the gap is growing. And maybe it would be useful to have a conversation about, when is the right time to sell and get out? And when is the time to really put pedal to the metal and step up?
Yes. Yep.
Right?
Absolutely.
Because I think it's in the indecision that results flatline and business gets so bad that you either close or you just walk away.
Yes.
Like there's a decision to be made. Am I going to sell or am I going to step up? Like, what am I going to do? The last 5 years have been challenging. Where to next?
Yeah.
And for some people, I think, it's not about the last 5 years. It's about maybe I've reached a goal that I had and I haven't set a new one.
Yeah.
Like, what's next? Now what do I do?
There's so many things, isn't there? And in amongst all of that is also I'm overwhelmed or I'm burnt out or I'm just, and so I think that the challenges are many, and as the gap widens, you start to put yourself here or there.
Right.
Do I sell or do I stay? Or in this case, do I step up?
Yeah. So why is it hard? Because I feel like the hard bit is the indecision, like not making the decision.
Yes.
Like, how do I make the decision? So why does that feel hard?
Yeah. And I think many of us could possibly relate to different times in our life where we've had a big decision to make. And the longer that we sit with that decision, the longer that we go without coaching or a framework to make the decision, it just burns energy. Like it grinds away at your psyche. And
Choose brain space.
It does.
Takes over your brain.
And as an entrepreneur, don't we need that to actually keep ourselves optimistic, upbeat, and above the line? So I think it's that whole, when you're chasing two rabbits, often you catch none. And really, really important that if you are sitting there right now going, should I sell or should I stay or should I step up, that you're probably burning unnecessary energy and you want to come to a decision, because decisions are empowering and they create possibility and future for us. And I think that's just a great way to live as a business owner.
And lack of decision, actually, I think very quickly leads us to flatline.
Yes.
Because we're not growing, but we're also not shrinking and we're not moving and we're standing still, just fastest way to flatline a business.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And so I think one of the hard things is many of us think, maybe I should sell, but actually my business isn't optimized yet for selling. And the first thing that you need to do, if I may, is you need to optimize yourself. And I know that sounds like really personal development-y, you need to optimize yourself, but we actually have experienced this. We talk about D levels, D1, D2, D3, D4, D1. I'm new to something, don't have much experience. D4, I'm a bit of a master of something. And we recently had an owner who, by her own merit, she's like a D1 as a business owner. She's just not there yet. And she was using language like, it just hasn't happened yet. And I think what we need to do with someone like that is you need to get them up from D1 to D4 as a business owner, because like you are as a therapist or a stylist, when you're at D4, you're actually more efficient and you can deal with hard things a lot easier. And so one of the reasons it's hard at the moment is actually that you haven't optimized yourself. And so your business doesn't optimize. And so it's just like, it's not really, really clear. Should I sell or should I stay?
Because it's not clear that I'm D4 at the technical skill or the person that I was before I had the business, but now I'm actually not that developed yet as the business owner, the skills around that.
Yeah.
So that's confusing, right? Because
That's
I'm an
confusing.
expert at this, but not an expert at that.
And that can be like a real sticking point for people, is like, oh shit, I like that I'm a revered, respected role model in the area of hair or skin or from the marketplace or the community. They like look at me and they think, wow, he is amazing. But actually, underneath the hood, as a business owner, leader, or what we would call salon CEO, I'm actually at best average. And that's actually the reason that I'm indecisive, burnt out, overwhelmed, and not clear about whether I should sell or step up.
Because we don't want to let go of the identity of being the business owner or being the revered person. So people have got some attachment to that.
Yes.
But are equally feeling confused and frustrated with feeling like I'm failing at the same time.
Yes.
It's a hard place to be.
It is a hard place to be.
I don't like being there.
Yeah, not at all. So it is hard and it is difficult, and that's okay, because life is hard, relationships are hard, health is hard. It's all hard, right? And so maybe a good question is, Riss, when is a good time to sell? Like, is there anything that comes to mind for you in terms of, I mean, you've sold businesses before.
I have.
Yeah,
I do actually. I wanted to sell my business. And if you've been listening to this podcast, you've heard the story before 5 times. 5 different times I hit the wall and I was like, this is hard. This is challenging me. I think I just want to get the heck out.
Yeah, totally.
And that's the first reaction to hard times. Like, let me run away.
Run.
Yeah. But funnily enough, I can also remember that the idea of selling, the process, going through all of that also felt really hard.
Yeah.
So sometimes that made me stay. And inevitably, you have to level up so you can keep going. And obviously, we kept growing, and it turned out to be the right thing in the end. But when I finally did decide to sell on that 5th time, there was a really clear choice that I was making. I wasn't running away from anything. And 5 years prior, I'd made the decision that in 5 years from now, I'm either going to sell or I'm going to replicate.
Yep,
Like, we're either going to grow or I'm going to go and sell and do something else. And so my principle was, I want to leave this business on a high. I've put my blood, sweat, and tears into it. And so I want to leave while the party's still going. Like, this is a legacy. I want to be proud of walking away from it.
Yeah.
Imagine all the things that, that we've done, and, leave on a high. So I think 1 is leave on a high, but 2, leave from a position where you have choice. Like, when your business is going well and it's profitable and you're not overworking and you're not underpaid and all of those things, then you can make a good decision because you're moving towards something, not running away from something. And that feels good.
Yeah.
I love it. Feels good for the inbound person too.
I love that that idea of being in choice, because I start to entertain, well, what's the opposite of not being in choice? It's like forced to, pressured to,
run away from.
Yeah, that doesn't feel right. That doesn't feel like that's a good time to sell. So I love that. I love that, being in choice.
Yeah, for sure. And so I think, to set criteria around that is like, when I get to X profit, like, can I sell at a high? Like, I sold at a high. I got the most out of my business that I could.
Yeah.
I think at the time, because people at the end of the day, the new incoming business owner, they buy profit. They don't really buy your systems. I think systems is a bonus. But at the end of the day, all systems aside, is the business profitable? So you've got to optimize for a profit, and you want to sell as high as profit as possible. It's the right time to
the
sell.
systems produce the profit anyway. So
Correct.
If the profit's good, you're probably going to have good systems.
But don't turn up and say, hey, I've got good systems, but no profit.
Yeah.
I mean, like, why that?
Okay, so
systems don't equal profit.
So a good time to sell could be, criteria number 1 is that you're profitable. Yeah, and you're proud of that profit.
Exactly. And interestingly enough, that gets you into choice. because now it's profitable and you're living a good lifestyle and you're not overworking and the
Yes.
systems are in place. So again, you're back into choice purely by being profitable and systemized.
Paying yourself well, that is also a byproduct of being profitable.
Correct.
Yeah. Awesome. Okay. What else?
I'd say, considering market conditions, like a bit like buying and selling a house, you want to sell when the market is buoyant. Lots of people are looking to buy businesses.
Yes.
Although I wouldn't say that should stop you. Some people have made some good sales. It's the right person at the right time. There are a lot of smart, savvy people looking to buy businesses at the bottom end of the market, but they're usually looking for a deal.
Yes.
So top end of the market, but a good time to sell. Like be aware of what's happening, because that's the talent pool, for lack of a better word, of people that are available or looking to buy a business. So pay attention to that.
So we're looking at internally, am I profitable? Am I proud of what we've created? But we're also considering point number 2, what are the market conditions and is it actually a good time to sell a business within the hair and beauty industry?
That's right. And being clear about who it is that's likely to buy.
Yeah, great.
The bigger you are and the more profitable you are, the less likely it's going to be your apprentice. Buy it off you.
Yes, absolutely.
Be a business person.
Yes. Okay, cool. Awesome.
So maybe there are some reasons, though, not to sell.
Yeah, there's absolutely some reasons that you should not sell. And this is not a bias, but rather more considerations to consider and think through. Like you, Riss, I've been working with people for at least the last 20 years, and you work with different people that exit and buy into and move through life in different stages and phases. And one of the things that's become really, really clear to me is that human beings at large are searching for a sense of identity. Like, who am I beyond being a mother or a wife or a partner, an auntie, and what is that? And I do believe that whatever your current situation is, there's probably a really high chance that you're actually making a tremendous impact on some people's lives, whether it's your team or the hundreds and hundreds, maybe thousands of clients that you get to serve every single year. Like, there's a lot of purpose tied up in that, which so many people are searching for. There's a lot of meaning that gets tied up in that, and you have that at the moment. And many of us run blind to that. And I think it's important to acknowledge and understand that not that you shouldn't sell, but that after selling, you're always looking for identity anyway. And so is it about mobilizing confidence for other people? Is it about having a greater impact? Is it about putting your head on the pillow at night and going, I did something beyond myself and my family that I'm proud of? And if it is, then maybe that's a good reason to, instead of selling, like, just step up and really triple down on your impact. So I think identity's a piece in it. I think also, at the moment you currently have a routine, a set of behaviors every single week. You probably get to challenge your team members, encourage your team members, run team meetings, inspire them with workshops, lead. You get to do those things. And so many times in my life, I'm being so lucky that a lot of my colleagues or friends or business partners have reminded me, like, aren't we just bloody so lucky to be able to wake up in the morning and to step into this lifestyle, this routine that is business ownership. Like, I know there's lots of problems, but there's also lots of upside as well. And so I'm reminded of that.
Hey, it's me again. I just wanted to interrupt and jump in here quickly to say thanks for listening to the podcast. I really appreciate you being here. Just one question though. If you are listening to this episode and thinking, oh my God, this is me, but I'm just not sure what to do, well, don't worry. I've got some strategies for you. The Salon Mastery Program will help you develop and implement a 100K team, 100K mindset, strategies and steps designed to help you lead your team to enjoy 100K careers and install the 100K mindset and motivation so you can help build that inside of your team. The systems, the processes to master the 100K day so you can build the $1 Million Salon. So I want to invite you to join me for a complimentary $1 Million strategy call. We'll discuss your business, your role in the business. Let's see if I'm the right person to help you grow your business and your team. Together, we can reach the $1 Million mark. All you need to do is click the Apply Now button in the show notes of this very episode. You're welcome to book a time, a strategy call. We'll have a chat All right, that's enough for me. Let's get back to the episode. I reckon it's an elite group of people that are in business ownership, and those that aren't or don't have the palate for it don't understand.
Yes.
And so there's a problem to doing that. But I love that, like, this is a privilege. You're part of a small group of people who get to do those things. Like, how lucky are we?
Totally.
No, not everybody gets that.
Yeah. And then so if you've got there's this identity piece which you may be selling as you sell, you've got this this routine that you've actually set up, which is, at least from our perspective, like how grateful, lucky are we to actually do this. But then there's also results. Like, you probably experience some results that most people in employment, nothing wrong with employment, but most people in employment are not experiencing. Like, maybe you have the potential to earn a salary that is way beyond what you could earn as an employed person. Maybe you have the ability. Most people get 4 weeks off a year. Maybe you could have 5, you know? Maybe you've got that flexibility or the potential to experience that flexibility. And so I do believe that the results we can experience using business as a vehicle should exponentially outweigh that of employment. And if that hasn't happened for you yet, then maybe that's a good reason to step up. So there's many reasons. I think another one is that sometimes, and we've had this with one of our owners recently, they get door knocked. Hey, I want to buy your business. And sometimes the idea or the concept of selling your business, getting some money, and then running away from all your problems, like, it's might sound really, really good. But if it sounds too good to be true, then really do your due diligence. Like, if someone door knocks you and says, "Hey, I want to pay you $150,000," and you interpret that as lots of money, I don't have that much money, I'd like that much money, and also I've got lots of problems at the moment, I'd like to walk away from them. Like, that's a little bit single-minded. It's a little bit bumper sticker, like, oh, shiny thing. And you've got to be better and smarter than that. So really just an encouragement to be aware of that. And absolutely, there could be some incredible opportunities that come out of someone door knocking, but you definitely want to do due diligence. I think another just like summarized point as the reason to consider not selling is that identity piece, but also business is an adventure. So the biggest challenge that I see with employed people that have been in their job for 10, 40, 60 years is their soul's gone to sleep. Like, there is no novelty. They know exactly what's happening the next day. We talk to our owners and it's like, it's kind of a little bit the opposite, right? It's a real adventure. Like, the conversations that you need to have with different people. And obviously, as the problems show up, the growth opportunities are right there on the table for you. And I really believe that business is actually a mirror for us. It shows us exactly what and where we need to get better. It provides us with novelty, significance, connection, absolutely, growth opportunities, and so much of what we search for as human beings. So, lots of reasons why we should really consider the idea of selling before we just knee jerk react and go, oh, I'm going to sell.
I agree with that. And it's hard to look at self, because that's really about, like, if I choose, then the onus is on me. I need to look at myself and see, where am I going to step up? What am I going to step into?
Yeah.
And sometimes that takes a minute, or you need to create some space to really decide, do I want to, should I, could I, would I do this?
Yeah.
I actually was speaking to an owner who's just starting. She's actually onboarding with us today. And we spoke several times over a series of about 6 weeks, because business is really hard, not profitable, a lot of debt, not paying herself enough, working too many hours. She loves being inside her business. She loves being with the team. She loves serving the clients. But she goes home and she has to face the no money and the long hours and not really being present with the children. So she's really conflicted.
Yes.
So we had multiple conversations over a period of time trying to help her decide, like, am I going to step up and go all in?
Yeah.
Or am I just going to walk away?
Yes.
And walking away meant a huge amount of debt, going and getting a day job and paying off debt from an old business, from a paycheck.
Yeah. Nah.
I was like, oh, well, that doesn't sound good.
Just become a D4 business owner. Like, maybe she's a D1 or a D2, and it's just like
she's just got some skills.
Yeah, it's exactly what it is. And I think the thing that you got to be aware of is, if I said to you, how many problems do you have right now? And you're like, too many. It's like, that is an indication that you are lacking in some skills, some business or leadership or salon CEO skills. That's all that is. Don't feel prejudiced against. Don't feel like it's about you. The world's not against you. You've got problems. It means you have a skill gap. Develop your skills, and the problems, they don't go away, but you have the skills to deal with them. It's like when you first started driving, you didn't know how to change gears. You developed the skills. You learned that, and now it's not a problem. You do it with your eyes closed.
Don't do it with your eyes closed.
Yeah.
Driving.
Without looking, yeah. You don't apply any mental resources to that act anymore. And that's what it means to be a D4 business owner. And that's when business becomes something you're really bloody glad you stepped up in instead of sold.
We'll give ourselves a hard time, eh? Like, why don't I know this? I should.
Yeah.
Nobody was born with a business book. We
Nope.
all have to learn all of those things. So
Absolutely.
let's get on the learning train.
100%. Okay.
Well, that was good.
That was good. Reasons people don't sell, but they should. Russ, any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I do have a few thoughts on that. Probably number one is like when you're not clear what is next for you, don't sell then.
Yeah.
Don't sell then. That's the wrong time to sell. Because again,
they go, but then I'll be able to think about what I want next once I've sold. Ooh, dangerous territory. The space between the notes.
And I think that's the next thing is that people are scared of the space.
Yeah.
So one example is I remember when I got to the point in my salon business where I was completely free.
Mm-hmm.
I delegated, systemized, optimized, everyized, and my phone went quiet.
Ooh.
They stopped calling me.
Not needed anymore, Russ.
Nobody needed me.
Yeah.
And I remember like celebrating it, but equally feeling really uncomfortable. It's like, well, what do I do now?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'd reached the goal that I had set for myself, and I'd forgotten to set the next goal, or I'd forgotten to think about, well, then what? I was so busy trying to achieve that.
Yes. Yeah.
It was really uncomfortable. And I see that often now. It's like, well, what do I do? What's my meaning? What's my purpose in life? Because no, I'm not needed.
Yes.
But like when your children move out of home and you're like, oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now what?
Yeah, and we talked about this earlier, like, at least from my perspective, like after the age of 30, once you've established some sort of credibility in an area, maybe you're a hairstylist, maybe you're a beauty therapist, often we go through these iterations of identity crisis. And I think if you sell and your identity goes with it and you are no longer, you have an internal identity crisis, because who are you without the notifications, the value proposition, putting food on your staff members' table? Like, so much meaning is tied up into that. And I think that's something to be, really well thought through before you just willy-nilly go, I'm out.
It's also one of the reasons that owners often don't get off the floor to run their business. And so then the business stalls, is that they don't know what to do. Like, what is my new job description?
Yeah.
So whether it's I know how to be a stylist or a therapist, but I don't know how to be a business owner. It's an empty blank space. So I don't go there because I don't know what to put in there. And then you free yourself from the business and you've achieved all the goals. And then there's this blank space and I don't know what to put in there. What is my next thing? We're going to constantly do this multiple times in our lifestyle, in our lifetime, if we keep growing and elevating.
Yeah. And I think the challenge is that deep down, people are always asking themselves, is this what I was meant to do? Could I have done something better? Could I have done something more? And it's causal of the fact that if you did sell, then after that, if you arrived at this point of space and you're like, shit, what am I doing? Who am I? I think it's really, really important to understand, like, what is it all about for you? And we talk about, the importance of developing and deepening relationships. Like, that is front of mind for so many of us. And we advocate for that for the people that we get to serve, the owners that we get to serve. Like, you should develop freedom in your business so that you can spend time with the people that you love the most. And also, you should develop the skills that give you the peace of mind, skills that solve problems that give you peace of mind. And you rinse and repeat that every single day, there'll be a sense of peace. You'll sleep better at night because you're developing skills. And my worry and concern is that so many people end up like, I might sell, because they've stopped developing skills, they've stopped growing. And so they're looking for a way to engineer novelty in their life when it's actually right in front of them. There's problems that are shining a light on develop these skills.
I really want to say, in light of indecision, or in light of making a decision, or when you make a decision, especially if things are hard, is like, don't wait too long to get help. Like if you've decided, okay, after listening to today's episode,
Yeah.
okay, maybe I'm looking at this wrong and it's not the right time to sell because I'm actually running away from something, but my business is in trouble, or I know I need help to get to the next level, or I'm not clear about what my next job description is because I've really outgrown the one that I'm in, but I know there's more in it. I would say get help before you flatline and before things start to go down, because if you're not moving forward, you're moving backwards. There's no such thing as standing still.
Growing or dying.
You're growing or dying. So we don't want growth to flatline, because it's not going to be too long before it starts to decline. And as I spoke about this owner recently, like at some point she had to make a decision to cross the line and get the help and move forward. But if you come and get help too late, you're already down the hole and you're halfway to closing. That's a sign that you've been waiting for too long. And I don't want that for you.
Yes.
We just recently were working with someone who came to us too late, already in the hole, already close to closing, and it's too late. So just make a decision, like draw a line literally in the sand and cross it, and just make the decision and then go, okay, how do I get started?
So good. So good. I love that. I think it's great life advice as well as business advice. Is you'd probably say the same thing to any of your family members or friends in need, is like, I wish you asked for help earlier, or you should ask for help. And so let's just like, boomerang that back towards you, is like, if you need help, the first thing is to ask for it. I think it's such an important piece.
Yeah, and nobody's expecting you to have known the stuff. It's not a bad thing that you don't know. You just didn't read the book yet, or you just didn't ask the question yet, or you just didn't install the chip yet.
Yeah. Go get the book out. It's out there.
That's right.
You got to go to the library.
So I really hope that this episode has helped you make a decision. Like, where is your heart at? Listen to the intuition that's going on in your mind right now. And if you're ready to step all in, like, remember why you started this, what was the focus and the energy that you had when you started the business. Like, go back there.
Yes.
Because that felt good.
Yeah.
And you can get back there. And so if you need some help on how you're going to fast track and get back into growth, like, life is, like, don't let this be a life journey to get to success. Like, fast track it. You can get there over the next 1 to 3 years. Like, don't muck around.
Yeah.
Let's get the help, fast track the answers, and get on with it. So
100%.
this is our invitation to you to reach out for help. I'm really happy to hop on a strategy call with you. And otherwise, same time, same place on the podcast next week.
Awesome.